What's up, crew? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the boys and I, Colin, Jack, Ollie, are heading out onto the Cape to Cape track, which in my opinion is one of the most spectacular trails here in Western Australia. We're going to be hiking for about 5 days. It's 130 kilometers long and it follows the coast between Cape Leeuwin, where we're starting, and Cape Naturalist, which is a few days away. Should be a pretty epic adventure. Hope you guys enjoy. Insane views of the open ocean. Making very good progress today. The weather, brilliant. We're on the beach. Soft sand begins. Luckily these beaches are so beautiful. We are about 16 kilometers into our first day. The wind has been brutal, the sand has been soft, so a hard slog on this beach, which we've been on for about 6 kilometers so far. We are almost at camp. We're just searching for the turnoff in the dunes here, and then we'll walk in and set up for the night. Day one is probably going to be our shortest day on trail. We did arrive a little bit late to the start point after driving down from Perth, but it's been incredible so far, super beautiful, even if the wind and sand make hiking tough. Anyway, let's get to camp. All right, we have made it to Deep Dean campsite, our first campsite for the trek, and that's day one complete. I think we knocked off about 17 kilometers. Boys absolutely crushed it. This is what we're dealing with here. Ollie, Colin, Jack. Got a little picnic table, a few little tent sites, which will be nice. And just up there is a toilet.
Room one. I must have got
way too much, but it's kind of
instant look. Strap onto the bloody take a doona camp.
Is that a shoe, bro?
Computer code.
Do you want hot water, by the way?
I was going to try it cold.
We've just come down to the beach for sunset. We're only about 5 minutes away from the beach at camp, so we thought we'd make the most of it. Absolutely spectacular. We're heading to bed after this though. Try and get as many hours of sleep tonight as possible. Got another long day on trail tomorrow. Planning at least 25 kilometers, and there's a lot more beach walking, so that's always fun. See you in the morning.
That ready, set, and it's dipping. That's some trouble.
On the head today.
I'm only repeating what I saw on Instagram.
All right, we've packed our bags here at Deep Dean Camp, and we are about to head off onto day 2 on the Cape to Cape track. More beach walking, more wind forecasted, but a lot of beautiful terrain ahead of us. And we're hitting Hamlin Bay and then walking into Borenup Forest later this Arvo, which will be absolutely stunning. Let's get it done. We've just briefly come off the coast into the scrub, about half a kilometre away from the beach now. We'll head back down to the coast soon as we reach Hamlin Bay. Great start to the morning so far. Conditions are mint. Couldn't ask for much better. We have made it to Hamlin Bay, and I've just popped into the caravan park at the kiosk. Iced coffee, hot pie, about 10 kilometers into day 2, and it's looking like we have about 20 k's left, so most likely 30 k's all up. And the infamous 8 or 9 kilometer beach stretch is straight after Hamlin Bay, so we're gonna rest up and eat up for a bit here, and then tackle that long beach. And then I think we're heading into the forest, which will be a bit easier walking. So yeah, we're going really well so far today. Time to chill for a bit. Made it about halfway along the beach out of Hamilton Bay. Mixture of soft sand, some hardened sections where four-wheel drives have driven. But yeah, tough walking, beautiful walking though. As you can see, bright blue water, just pristine beaches out here. And not too much longer to go before we're back on land. We finished the beach section, 7 or 8k slog, and now we're climbing the big ass dunes to get up into Bostock Forest. We have officially reached the spectacular Bostock Forest, walking through some giant carry trees at the moment. Originally we thought today would be about a 25-kilometre day. Turns out it's going to be closer to 30 before we get to camp, but we're not too far now, and this forest walking is beautiful, flat, easy, hard packed, and really enjoyable. So another hour or so we should get into camp, and we'll still have a few hours of sun left. Just made it into camp for day 2, Point Road campsite, which is an incredibly beautiful little spot in the Carry Forest here. Huge day on track, 30 kilometers, 13 or so of that was on the beach, so legs are definitely feeling it. Now it's time to set up for the night. Got a couple hours before dark, so plenty of time left in the day still. We'll set up, get dinner on, and relax the Savo. Tomorrow is going to be an even longer day, so a good sleep is in order and plenty of food.
Because it's not gusting.
That's a wrap on day 2 of the Cape to Cape. We're heading to bed and up bright and early again tomorrow for another big day. We have just left camp on the morning of day 3 on the Cape to Cape track. Got another epic day in store, planning about 30 kilometers to Ellensbrook camp tonight, and we'll walk through Prevelly at about lunchtime today and have lunch there. Making great progress so far, and looking forward to another beautiful day on the Cape to Cape. After a hot, long morning on the beach, we made it to Prevelly. Burger, drinks, shade. Still got about 11 k's to do this afternoon, but stoked to make it in. We're sadly leaving Prevelly, and we've just crossed the Margaret River. Luckily the river has not broken into the ocean, so we don't need to get wet. But we're back on the beach now. I think about 10 kilometers more till we hit camp for the night. And it's still pretty hot, but we're trudging and I'm making very good time. That is day 3 on the Cape to Cape track done. Knocked off about 31 kilometers today, and we've made it to Ellensbrook campsite, which as you can see is beautiful. This is my little tent site here. It's another tough day on track, hot, plenty of beach walking, but we do know that the next 2 days, as we head further north, get easier, less beach walking. The weather looks pretty good, so feeling good with how much ground we've covered so far, and stoked to be in camp at the end of day 3. You beaut.
Good enough.
Alright, that's a wrap on day 3 on the Cape to Cape. Got dinner cooked, we're settling into camp. Luckily we have the whole campsite to ourselves. Tomorrow is going to be a fairly short day in comparison to the last 2. As I mentioned, we did 31 kilometers today. Tomorrow's looking like about 20, which will be awesome. It's gone well so far, it's been absolutely incredible, and we're keen to get into bed for another good night's sleep. Possible to make it awkward for them.
That's the first thing I said, let's spread out.
To be fair, there's heaps of space all out there.
Also down there is
And then
about
Colin.
room for 6 bloody.
Then Colin could say, yeah, we got here first.
We've just finished packing up camp on the morning of day 4 on the Cape to Cape track. There's a bunch of pretty awesome campsites along the track. Most of them are free if they're dedicated Cape to Cape sites, and they all have water tanks, long drop toilets, and they're usually located in a pretty awesome spot. It's going to fill up my water and then we're off for another day on trail. The plan is about 20 kilometers of walking today, so it'll be fairly chill day, which will be nice, and we're going to walk through the small town of Gracetown in a couple of hours, grab a coffee and a pie, and keep heading north. General. We've made it to Gracetown at the general store now. About 8 kilometers walked, and we're going to get a coffee and a pie to reward our efforts. But almost halfway through the day already, which is pretty sick. It's still early hours of the day. How good's this? We are about 15 kilometers into day 4. Only about 5 to go till we make camp, which is awesome. It's been a beautiful day so far. Incredible views and some beautiful coastal walking. A lot of this coastal brush as well though, which in the heat kind of sucks because it blocks most of the wind and the sun's just beating down here. Bit of a shady spot here, which is nice. Hello. We have made it into camp on day 4. Toilet and water is behind me there. This is Moses Rock campsite, and we've just sort of taken a load off, taken all of our shoes off, cooked up some food, late lunch, bit of a coffee, and now I'm about to set up my tent. So I'll show you my little tent site here. We've got a nice little cove, some dirt, incredible views out to the coast here, and the sun is going to set right in front of my tent, so should be a pretty epic night. And it's going to be our last night on the Cape to Cape. Tomorrow is going to be our biggest day yet, about 33 k's to get to Cape Naturalist. Jack and I have just trekked down to the beach from camp, which was a bit of a scramble, but we're just on basically untouched, pristine beach right now in the southwest. We're gonna jump in the water. Look at this. That was the best swim of my life. I feel so much better.
That's so nice to have breakfast there.
Day 5, our final day on the Cape to Cape track. We've gotten up before the sunrise to get a head start on the day because it will be our longest day yet on trail. About 33 kilometres on the cards to get to Cape Naturalist Lighthouse, which marks the end of the Cape to Cape track for us. Should be a fun day, hopefully fairly easy walking, but we've given ourselves as much possible time to get there. Should be a pretty incredible day. Let's do it. We just crossed over about 10 kilometres on our 5th day. We go down at Injured Up Beach, and at the end of this beach is Injured Up Natural Spa, which is a fairly iconic coastal hotspot in this part of Western Australia. We rocked up to the lookout here at Injured Up Beach before we got onto the beach, and there was a huge pod of dolphins right near the shore. Unfortunately, couldn't really get much footage of them with the phone, but pretty epic way to start our beach walking day 5. We made it into Yelling Up, bang on 12 o'clock, and the lagoon Yelling Up were nice enough to stay open for us, cook up some toasted sandwiches, which is hitting the spot for lunch. A couple of Powerades in us, and then we've got about 14 kilometres to the top to Cape Naturalist, so moving good today. We're a couple of kilometres north of Yelling Up now. It is so hot. We're in the hottest part of the day now, early afternoon. It's got to be at least 30 degrees at the moment. Very exposed in this coastal trail. Beautiful but exposed. And yeah, sweating bullets. It's tough going. Tough it out this arvo. And just try and take it all in and enjoy it while we're still on trail, because I know I'm going to miss it once we're done. We've just passed Sugarloaf Rock at the 32 kilometre point of the day, and it's only about 3 kilometres to the end now. And I think we're going to have a bit of path and boardwalk, so nice easy walking to finish. Oh, it feels bloody good. Almost there. How long was your last day? Cape to Cape track. Done. Insane, boys.
Effort.
Good effort. Good effort. Good effort, Cole. All right, that is the Cape to Cape track done. 130 kilometers from Cape Leeuwin to Cape Naturalist, where we are right now. 5 days of epic coastal views, tough beach walking, and a whole lot of good times with all the boys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that video. I really enjoyed making it for you. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. You want to be a bee.